So, hi Emily, I'm so glad you could come in today. You look well rested.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I'm actually 10 days sober
Oh,
today.
very good. Good
Thank you.
job. So what's been going on with you since the last time we met?
I remember the last time that we met, we talked about some of my goals regarding like finding housing and a
Mm-hmm.
job and getting sober and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I followed up with the housing services through the shelter that I've been staying at,
Mm-hmm.
and they put me on a waiting list for
Oh,
now.
that's good news.
So I
Mm-hmm.
don't have a place to stay yet, but at least I'm on the list, and I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I'm making progress.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Um, and I also contacted the treatment center that
Mm-hmm.
you referred me to last time, and I really want to go and everything, but I just haven't been able to because I'm kind of nervous about it.
Okay. Alrighty. So what do you think might be causing you to be nervous?
Well, I think it's just because I've just never been there before, and like I
Mm-hmm.
don't know anybody who has been there before, and I just don't really know like what to expect or
Mm-hmm.
anything.
Okay, so how can I help you, I guess, work through some of that nervousness?
Um, I mean, and I think we talked about this last time. I think you know that I have anxiety
Mm-hmm.
and everything, and I think that it would be helpful for me, to go into a new situation or before I go into a new situation to kind of have an understanding of what to
Mm-hmm.
expect. So
Okay.
maybe like I think it'd be helpful if I could talk to somebody there beforehand, like a
Okay.
counselor or something beforehand, just to kind of ask
To
them
know what it's
questions.
like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can definitely do that. I can put you in contact with someone there. So
Okay.
if you have any questions beforehand,
Mhm.
I'm sure they could answer them for you to kind of help you feel more at ease
Mhm.
before, I guess, actually going through the treatment.
Yeah.
That way, you at least you know what to expect since it
Yeah.
is new for you.
I think that'd be really helpful for
Hmm.
me.
Okay. So let's think about the future just a little bit.
Mhm.
Where do you see yourself after having received treatment?
Um. Once I go through treatment and everything, I feel like I would hopefully be in a better place, like like a healthier place,
Hmm.
like mentally and physically and spiritually
Hmm.
and everything. And I feel like I'd better be able to get back on track with my life and all the goals that we've been talking about.
Hmm.
And I'd be in a better place to try to accomplish my goals and work toward my goals even more.
Hmm.
Because I feel that my 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 substance abuse had been such a big barrier to a
Hmm.
lot of the things that I wanted to change and
Right.
achieve,
Hmm.
like finding a job and housing and trying to make things better with my grandma.
Hmm. And it sounds like that relationship is very important to you.
Yeah, it
Hmm.
is. She's pretty much the only family I have nowadays, and
Hmm.
I feel kind of bad about the stuff that I've done to my grandma,
Right.
and hopefully, once I make bigger steps, that can
Hmm.
that can be better. That
So
can
it's
change.
really important for you to mend that relationship.
Hmm.
Hmm. Okay, so I guess on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being the least and 10 being the most, how ready do you think you are to receive treatment?
Um, I'd say probably like a 9.5 out
Mm-hmm.
of 10 right now, and I only say the 9.5 because like I said earlier, like I'm kind of nervous about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really big change, after all the stuff that I had been doing and had been going through and everything. And
Mm-hmm.
even though it's something that I really want to do, it's still kind of scary
Right.
to put myself in a new environment and make a whole new lifestyle change,
Mm-hmm.
especially when I have nothing to base it off of.
Right. Well, it's normal to be nervous when you're going through something new, especially if you don't know what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
But it does sound like you're committed to making this change because you want to repair those relationships, with your grandmother, and you want to secure housing and employment. And so it really sounds like you're dedicated to do that, just by being here and wanting to speak with someone. Um, I know that we also talked the last time about following up with a psychiatrist
Mm-hmm.
for further evaluation. Have you been able to do that?
No, I don't really know how to, and I think I
Mhm.
need some help with that.
Okay, so you would need help with maybe with a referral to
Yeah,
someone.
yeah.
Okay, I can help you with that. I can give you a list of psychiatrists that are in the area, and then
Okay,
that way you can choose and see which one you may feel comfortable with,
okay,
to be able to at least get some further evaluation.
okay.
Okay, and so it sounds like you're on the right track. You're taking the steps necessary to achieve your goals. Um, and I guess our next plan of action would be to go ahead and schedule another visit together, maybe in the next 2 weeks. Does that sound good for you?
Yeah.
Okay. And in the meantime, I'll be contacting a counselor for you and giving you that information so you can contact someone over at the treatment center.
Mm-hmm.
So you can kind of get familiar with what the process is going to be.
Okay.
And then also, I'll get the list of psychiatrists in the area ready for you so you can look at that. And that's if that's something that you feel like you need to do for further evaluation.
Okay.
And then, would you like to? Is there anything else I guess that you can think of that we didn't touch on from the last session that you feel like is important to talk about now? Or
I feel like, and I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but making things right with my grandma is kind of something that I'd say it's really like my biggest goal, my
mm-hmm,
biggest end goal, because like I said, she's really the only family I have, especially
mm-hmm,
around here, and um, it would just make me feel a whole lot better, you know, to have her support in my
right,
life, even once I'm sober, and
mm-hmm,
even I'm sober now, but down the road,
right,
hopefully, and to have her support and
mm-hmm,
actually be there for her too, because I know that she has some health problems, and
right.
it's just something that hopefully that maybe next time we can talk about a little bit more, because
Okay,
I don't really have anybody to really talk to about how hard that is for me.
right. Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay, well, we can definitely do that. It's always important to have a support system in place.
mhm.
And it sounds like, with her being your only relative in this area, that, she's a big part of
Mhm.
that support system. And I know I can understand why that's so important for you to mend that relationship with her.
Mhm.
So we'll definitely talk about that in more
Okay.
detail the next time we
Okay.
visit. Okay?
All right.
So is there anything else you want to talk about today or?
I No, I think that we covered everything.
Okay, well, I'm so proud of you. You're making very good progress.
Thank you.
All right, see you next
All
time.
right. Thank you. That recorded.